happy holidays!
Hey girl, 'tis the season to be fancy. And I
La
didn't
la
get
la
the
la
memo
la la
because
la
just
la.
look. Just look at
Girl,
what
you
I
look
did.
fabulous.
Thank you. I'm in a nice ruched bodice. No, this isn't ruched, it's smocked. It's smocked, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Girl, she's mocked.
this is gonna be ruffles versus flounces all over again.
Ah, not again.
Ah!
What do you call these little slit wizard sleeves I have? What do you call these?
Slit wizard sleeves? I don't know. I would sort of call that maybe like a vent.
Yeah.
I'd call that maybe a vent, like the split that you have in the back of your skirt is called a vent, but there's no buttons, there's no closure. It just causes a little bit of drama.
Just like with me, there's no closure.
I mean, let's talk about that, girl. I was thinking about this topic, which of course is soulmates. The myth, the magistry, and the fantasy, right?
The music and the mirror.
She's serving full soulmate fantasy. And I was thinking about that expression. Have you ever heard this aphorism?
Let me take a sip of from my oopsie poopsie mug while we talk about it.
Oh my god. Just full of office supplies. And that makes me think about wouldn't she rather just eat a bowl of thumbtacks? I love that expression. I love that expression. But girl, what about this little aphorism? Maybe before you meet the one, you need to learn how to be the one. How do you feel about that? Is that not epic shade throwing?
I feel like it's a line from Red, like you have to love yourself or something. Anyways, girl, tell me about that. I love that. I think you have to start being your own soul.
Yeah, and it's kind of like if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. It's kind of like that. If you think about it too much, it doesn't mean anything. But it is very sassy, which I love that about it. It definitely has peak sass level going on. And I did tell that to a guy that I broke up with when I was 20 or 21.
Of course you did. Who says that to someone when they're 20?
Well, because they were maybe they were projecting. They were projecting their insecurities onto me, and they were like, well, maybe if you hadn't have done blah, 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 blah. And my response was, maybe before you meet the one, you need to learn how to be the one.
And then gave him finger guns and backed out of the room.
I surely did. I called him a cab, and I said, hey, if this is for you in case you get hungry on the way home. And I just gave him a homemade brownie. Fresh from the oven.
Fresh? Oh!
No, oh! I'm very thoughtful. I'm very thoughtful. I want people to be safe and fed.
You're very thoughtful. You stomp on their testicles of their heart and then you give them a brownie.
Yeah. They say that the eyes are like the testicles of the face. What do you think about that? I think that was Bimini Bon Boulash who said that one.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm.
What are you drinking tonight, girl?
I'm drinking scotch with 2 types of vermouth because I want to have it all. We can have it all.
We can have it all. What was the theme earlier of my life this year? We can't have it all. We can't.
Yeah. But, sneak in a little... Something has to give. I want that screen printed on a tote bag or something.
Yes. Anyways.
But... Let me sneak in
vodka.
Oh, delightful! Just on the rocks, vodka on the rocks. Or is there any soda in there?
Little splash of club soda, a little splishy splash.
Just a splash.
Splish
splash in a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me sneak in with a little cocktail recipe for you, since we do that sometimes. Remember when we cooked? It's a long.
Oh my god!
Long time ago.
Remember when we cooked?
Yeah.
Well, take me back.
We had so much time when we started this show last year, January 2021. We had so much time.
We really did. Well, yeah. Give me your secrets. Give me your vermouth secret.
Dish cam, because we have to break it out sometimes. This, dear viewers, is called an affinity. And it is scotch, 1 part scotch, and then a half part of sweet vermouth and a half part of dry vermouth. Equal parts sweet and dry. And it gives it a lot of character. It gives a lot of complexity. It makes you wonder about its dating proclivities in the past. It makes you wonder about its exes. And
yeah, I mean, scotch is already really complex. So I feel like Like
Tell me
you're
about
like,
it.
let me pick the most obtuse liquor and then let me make it more complex.
Some people feel very strongly against mixing scotch, and I will tell you, I don't like to mix a peaty scotch. I disagree with that. I don't live for it, but I do like to fuck with a blended scotch. And when you mix things with blended scotch, it's not like you can't really mix peat, the taste of like peat smoked leaves,
Yeah.
with too much. It's kind of its own thing. She's a diva. But blended scotch is already kind of it's a smooth mixture that kind of invites other people into the relationship.
Yeah. No, I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that a lot. Um, I love the metaphor of liquor as a relationship.
Yeah.
Like in its own relationship. I don't think vodka's that complicated.
No. No, vodka's kind of basic.
Who is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, vodka's potatoes, so I mean, what kind of complexity did you really expect from her?
I'm gonna put me on the dish cam, girl.
Dish cam!
Ready?
We're swapping the dish cam tonight. I'm ready. Oh, Juno!
Oh, it's Juno.
We never get to see Juno. We're always seeing Penny. Juno is always dodging the limelight. Oh, what a dignified older gentleman. Oh my god. He looks like he's tired and he wants to sit down.
He's so mad.
That, I think, like, earmuffs on Penny, I think that's the cutest dog I've ever laid eyes on in my entire life. Oh my god. His little face just sneaking into frame.
Oh, he's on the computer.
I could see his little whiskers, his little, like, beard whiskers.
He's so mad. Let's see if he'll lay on me. Ooh.
Girl, when Juno went on frame, we just instantly gained, like, 2 more viewers. I think the algorithm
Did we
knows.
really?
Yeah, I think the algorithm knows when we've got pets on in frame.
All right, let me put him down so he doesn't yell at me.
Fabulous. Oh, they're gone.
I
No,
know. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Speaking of dignified older gentlemen, Monty was talking to the neighbor who lives on the corner recently. And first of all, I want to say that he is a very distinguished looking older daddy type person. He misgendered me in the third person, which I found out about later. And I was actually really amused by it because I was just like, at this point, how? You know? Like, where? Where is she? What more do I need do I need, like, 3-inch coffin nails? I don't understand.
I understand that context of misgendering you in the third person. Like, I don't even understand. Like, that doesn't even register.
Just a casual conversation amongst neighbors.
People are trash.
Yeah, so that was just an amusing... honestly, I just thought it was funny because I was like, I guess I'm going to need to tootle my little cute ass down next to the house on the corner in like a fully French maid outfit. This is when you know your gender insecurity is not healthy because your response is like, oh, you just like drop things and like, is anyone going to help me pick this up? You know, like just dumpster diving for validation.
Dumpster diving for validation is the unofficial theme of 2052.
Yeah.
I think we needed one. Girl, I love that. What is tonight's topic? We're at 7:13.
Oh, we're all over the place tonight. It's kind of a grab bag of content for you this evening, but we're talking about soulmates.
Oh, soulmates.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't believe in soulmates. I'm glad we're talking about this. Let's talk about misgendering the third person. Yo!
Yes.
No, I know. I did have someone ask me recently if my partner and I were soulmates, and I laughed in their face, and I wasn't supposed to do that. So I learned that.
Yeah. Well, let's break it down. Let's talk about it like we've never heard the term before and we have no cultural baggage. What is the myth of the soulmate? What do you think that means?
Girl, cue up Hedwig.
Yeah, let's talk about the beautiful rendition of the myth of Aristophanes as told as a rock ballad in the movie Hedwig and the Angry Inch through the song The Origin of Love. So the idea is that we were originally one whole of 2 entities and then we were split down the middle by jealous gods because we had this perfect union and this perfect love that we were not deserving of as mere mortals. So we were split in twain, and we are cursed to forever roam the earth searching for our other half so that we can reunite with them. And I have a few issues with that.
Tell me one.
First of all, this whole original sin thing.
Yeah.
This whole
it's a little dated.
We're fucked from the start, right?
Yeah.
Like, I realize that people are not great. Like, I'm with them on that, right? Like, people are just generally not great, so we have to kind of work to elevate our default mode, if you will. And yet, I think that a lot of times those original myth kind of ideas are just used as a pretext to control people.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a sinner. You have this original sin. The only thing you can, you can do is try to redeem yourself through whatever this path is, right? I was raised knowing I was stained with original sin. If you want to tell a 6-year-old they're stained with original sin and not have them be fucked up,
I wonder if that's sort of the point.
Right.
The point is to give you, it's like generational trauma. Like, you have to have the same complex as we had, and then you have to get confirmed, and we do the thing, and then we continue on the pilgrimage, right? We do the things because that's what we've always done, and then if younger generations are like, but I don't believe in the institution of gender, so I'm just not going to do it. Then the older generations are like, well, these kids didn't have to suffer like I've had to suffer.
Yeah.
And that's not helpful either.
It's hazing. It's like this weird, you went through the trauma, I want you to go through the trauma, right?
Yeah.
When in reality, all the churches want are your fucking dues. I remember when I was coming up in the Catholic Church, they developed this new way to deliver money. So when I was growing up, my mom always put a check in a little envelope and we brought it to church with us. And she put it in a little offering basket that was passed. But they developed a direct withdrawal system at my parish called Faith Direct, where you could just directly deposit your money from your bank account into the church's coffers.
Directly to God.
Like, how does anyone buy into this shit?
Yeah. I think people try to find the easiest, laziest way to like check the box too. Because it's just like, I don't know, there's more important things for us to be spending our time on than focusing on that.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. I think, but it's interesting that we talk about religion because I think Soulmates is tied into that, right? Mm-hmm. Soulmates is tied into, you're going to meet this person, they're going to be everything for you, and you procreate and have Catholic babies, and that's what you do. You know what I mean? And I think like Soulmates is the scarcity mentality of love, right? You have one person. Mm-hmm. Find that one person. I also find it incredibly egomaniacal. Like, it's insane to think that I am such a unique, special snowflake bunny angel baby.
Well, you are.
Well, me. But most people aren't, let's face it.
Yeah.
That there is only one person out there for me is absolutely mind-blowingly egotistical.
Yeah, and it's so unlikely. I mean, you just think about the numbers, right? Like, what's the likelihood you're going to find the other person among the now 8 billion people?
And it also, like, perpetuates this thing. And get in the chat if you disagree. Especially get in the chat if you've been in a long-term relationship. Because we know, and girl, you jump in. But I don't really think that, like, long-term partnership has to do with love. Like, I get it has to do with love, but there's so much more to it. Like, there's almost this feeling, I met my soulmate, I did it, right? And it just, like, kind of takes away the realism of what partnership is, which is work done out of love. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I just think, the whole till death do us part thing, like the agreement of marriage, like, why have we not figured out that doesn't work with the divorce rates that just throughout history, right? But
oh, by the way, and before there was divorce rates, there were just dead women. So just a heads up on that. That was still divorce.
Just dead women. I mean, that was the whole thing with the Anglican Church, right? So yeah, what were we talking about?
Reformation supporters in the house. All right.
Yeah. But the work of being a soulmate is kind of a cop out, right? It's like, okay, we fulfill this role, this like cosmic destiny for one another. And if that's the model that you're taking, then it kind of really doesn't matter what you do. The specifics don't matter anymore because it's like, well, but I'm your soulmate.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes, yes, yes. And there's like there's no accountability, right? And that's
Right.
always like, it always drives me crazy. Like, growing up, oh my God, back to the Catholic thing. I don't know what's going on in the universe today, but it was always like, all right, like, if you have a problem, offer it up to God, offer it up to Jesus, and he'll take care of it. And as a kid, that didn't sit well with me. And now I'm like, oh yeah, because like, so don't solve for it or don't be accountable or what is happening? But it was like a huge part of the culture, religious culture I was raised in.
Yeah.
Offering it up to Jesus.
He'll take care of it in the end.
Right, right. And it's like, well, I'm your soulmate, so I'm going to be held to a different standard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you're held to a different standard because I love you and want to partner with you and want to work with you on thing that is life.
Yeah.
But not because of some magical label.
Girl, I don't want to put your family on blast, but I won't say who, but I will say there was an individual that I was your plus one to a traditional, can I use the term traditional Catholic wedding? Would that be accurate? And the thing that really struck me was the moment when the bride and groom were at the altar kneeling in front of the priest and he was giving them relationship advice. And I was just like, what universe are we living in? What is happening right now? It's like, sir, can I see your credentials? Can I see like...
And he's like, I'm in relationship with God.
Yeah, which is maybe the only one that matters in that thinking. But like, I use that as an example because I don't think we give enough importance to the skills of like empathy and active listening and being willing to change. Right?
Right.
Like a good relationship, the sign of a good relationship is if you find yourself changing because of it. Not like Olivia Newton-John at the end of Grease. I'm not talking about, what's the name of the song they sing at the end?
You're the one that I want.
Yeah, you're the one that I want. I'm not talking about sewing yourself into leather pants to get the approval of a man.
But you should and can sew yourself into leather pants for you.
You can and should.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Brooke and Eileen approved. You should sew yourself into leather pants for yourself.
If you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that the like, you know, the traditional sense of what love was really just an arrangement. So soulmates probably comforted people. I'm sure it comforts people.
The idea of it?
That they found that person, right? And that there's this magical hammock underneath so you can do trust falls. And it's like, well, you're my soulmate.
Yeah. Well, but think how much more devastating something, when it doesn't work out, think how much more devastating it is when that is your safety net, when that's your comfort blanket, and it, shocker, it doesn't happen.
Right.
You're like, I willed it to happen. It's like, well, I don't know how you feel about The Secret, but like, I don't think the vision board is...
Wish it wanted to do it!
I don't think the vision board is going to be enough to sustain like a complex partnership where the two of you really feel like you're putting things in and you're getting things out. It's sort of like an equal exchange, don't you think? A successful relationship?
For sure. I think, what would you replace till death do us part with in wedding vows?
Until we both decide this isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
That's just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a better way to word that. I'm paraphrasing, you guys. I'm paraphrasing. Don't quote me on Twitter. The media discourse of this channel has really gotten out of hand. If things get any worse, we're going to have to post an apology video.
Oh my God, I would love it. We should post an apology video, just like for it being on.
Yeah.
Just for like having a show. We should like do a very serious apology video.
Girl, it's crazy. I was
We're
looking.
so sorry. We're continuing this into 2023.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
We're so sorry that we are deciding not to change anything about ourselves or our approach to this work, and we invite you to leave. Unsubscribe.
Yes. We wish you the best.
Yeah, with love, unsubscribe. Girl, it's crazy. I saw videos on YouTube Shorts, which is basically like the knockoff TikTok.
Yes.
I saw makeup tutorials on how to, like, crying makeup that you can use for your apology video. And I couldn't tell if it was a joke or not, but I was like, it's time for me to spend less time on my phone.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good sign. That's amazing. I think it's a great closing for vows. I really like that. I think it just takes away. I feel like Soulmates is just this like immense amount of pressure, and then it doesn't work out. I remember I was talking with somebody, and they were like, their husband was a bag of dicks, and they were queer, and the husband was religious, and the whole thing was ridiculous, and their marriage was falling apart. And then the woman was just like, "But we're soulmates," and I was like, "But what does that mean? You like to hate each other."
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna force myself into. I'm gonna force a square peg into a round hole because we're soulmates.
Right. Because who said?
It'll work out in the end, and then it puts people in danger. It's a dangerous idea. I don't want to sound sensationalist, but let's do it. I love saying really intense sensational things, but just sort of like. How are you doing?
Ho-hum about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, man, the patriarchy's killing us, isn't it?
Well, it is. Man, you know, he's so mad. I've trapped him in my office, and he's so mad. He's so mad. I'm gonna pick him up again. He's so mad.
Oh no.
We're having a good time here. Well, girl, you know, it is. I did wear my maroon sweater, my maroon crop sweater.
Oh, how incongruous. I'm so used to seeing you in all black. Girl, give us those abs. Give us the thumbnail. Oh my god. Wow.
But you can't see them because it's like weird shadow.
Oh, I can see them.
Anyways, just babies. Little baby abs.
Oh, I can see them. Girl.
So girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my holiday crop sweater.
I'm in my holiday Sarah Plain and Tall dress.
Which I love. Mm-hmm. Because we are taking the next 2 weeks off to focus on ourselves and our rest and our healing, and for me to trap Juno in more home offices and just to really do us. And you are going on a fabulous trip, so I'm so excited for you.
I'm going out of town, so I'll send you. I'll show you the slideshow.
Send me a postcard.
Yeah.
From a steamboat or whatever you do.
But that's the only clue you're gonna get.
But before I do want to, you know, have a New Year's moment with you, because I think it'll be nice as we wrap up this year of the dish. But I do have a very special announcement. Drum roll. I will be co-hosting Queer Bomb on January 7th in Columbus, Ohio with Butterfly. So
oh my God.
if you don't know what Queer Bomb is, I'm one of the founders of this event in Columbus. It's a monthly dance party. It's at District West, and I'm so excited to come back. I cannot believe it's like just grown into this amazing thing. I think when you like create something as a producer, I think you have an idea where it's going to go, and then you just get to kind of see it like take a life of its own. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited to be back and doing that. So if you want to see the inferior half of Cover Dish, which is me, please come through to Queer Bomb. I'm forcing Eileen to go, so she'll be there.
Yeah, you haven't asked me yet, and like as if I would miss it, but I love that.
Girl. But yeah, so I'm really excited to be back in Columbus and performing. Obviously, everybody is welcome, but it is an explicitly queer space, so.
Yeah. So don't take up too much space. Everyone. You know, we're the focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So I'm really excited about that and wanted this to be our like my little New Year's plug. So come out wherever you are on January 7th at District West.
Coming out day, January 7th. Just kidding.
So, girl, closing thoughts as we wrap a year of Dish.
Oh, a year of Dish. Well, we're at episode 82, which is insane.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
yeah. All I want to say is that I am so glad to be alive and doing this very thing at this very moment. Because if there's nothing I love more, it's have recordings of myself talking about deep and personal things. Because if you didn't know this about me, I am also very vain.
Girl, you are not.
Mm-hmm.
You are an absolute delight. You are a glorious lavender bowl cut sunfish.
Oh, I think, by the way, I think vain is a good thing. Maybe this is another topic that we need to unpack, but...
Ooh, yes, I also think vain is...
Let's talk about vanity, because I think vanity is another virtue that was turned into a sin just to subjugate women.
Oh my God, that's totally a great topic. I would love to talk about that, because I was just like, oh, you're being self-deprecating, and I hate it.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see it. I mean, I was also kind of jokingly being self-deprecating.
And we won't have that.
Yeah, but then I took it too seriously, which I want to do.
Well, I have no closing thoughts besides thank you and gratitude for you every week, girl. And for all of our viewers, Eileen's dad and Joseph.
Yes.
Thank you. And other people, Sam and Teo and
Denise
and Felicia and all of the folks who tuned in.
The Dish fam.
The Dish fam.
We love you, Dish fam. Just like Dish Cam, yeah. Well, on that note,
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, and we're gonna wrap up 2022, and we will see you on Cover Dish in 2023.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.